So today, some of the discussion points that we'll be talking about is what is the danger of not responding to customer reviews? We just touched on some of that, but we'll go more in detail. How to respond correctly to consumer reviews. Where do you check online for reviews? We'll also discuss how to present the brand message you want your customers to believe. What exactly is your online reputation? How to delegate, automate, and have transparency with your online management. So just before we begin, this gentleman who's presenting this information to you, this good-looking gentleman here, is Walter Scott from Digital Paradigm. I'm a creative marketing director, and I own the company. And my specialty and my background is in digital marketing. I worked for some time with the largest digital marketing firm in Canada, responsible for over 1,000 small, medium business clients, and to improve their sales and their digital marketing with advertising. And I have 20 years experience in video production, national broadcaster. I'm an accredited filmmaker, film producer, director, and screenwriter. So I've kind of been around a little bit. I know a thing or two about a thing or two, and that can make a difference when it comes to understanding about digital marketing. I mean, the fact is, all of you guys are business owners. Most of you are here on the line, and you know what you know. But what you don't know, you don't know. And that's why, someone like myself who has some experience in these areas can be a benefit to your business. All right, so let's just take a moment here to understand a little bit about first impressions. Now, I'm going to go over this slide, but I want to talk about this more from a human behavior standpoint. When you meet someone for the first time, there's two things that you do. You judge people on meaning and status, or even go the other way around, status and meaning. So you judge a person to say, does this person above my current income status, if you want to call it that, or below my status? Is this person a high influencer, or is this person someone I should kind of disregard? Meaning, can this person help me? Is this person a potential threat to me? These are things of how we as humans interact with one another when we first meet a person for the first time. All right. But the same thing is how people judge you and your business. Right. So, right now we're in a very competitive marketplace, and consumers have many choices available to them. You have 7 seconds to grab their attention. If a person's going to your website, they say that on average you need to have 7 seconds to grab their attention. So the same thing is if they're seeing multiple reviews online, you need to make sure that you have a very good review to stand out from your competition. You need to make sure you have reviews, period, because even having reviews could make you stand out from your competition. We live now, number two, in a very internet-connected world. Over 3.5 billion people have internet access and have mobile phone and smartphone access. So we're very connected, which means, when if you don't have a very good impression, if people don't have a very good impression for you, that means they could, spread the word about your business, and that could tarnish your reputation. All right. Perception is the reality. Yes. Fortunately, when it comes to reputation, people can't get down to, necessarily knowing your character. They make a judgment call on what they see. So perception is the first litmus test of you and your business, right? So you need to make sure that you have a mobile friendly website. First of all, if you have a non-mobile friendly website and you're giving them a first impression that's not a good experience when they're using their smartphones to come and check out about your business, in a world where it's with a competitive marketplace, they're going to go someplace else, right? You need to make sure that you have positive overall reviews in your business. Without that, they're gonna go someplace else, right? So, I mean, honestly, this is something that you need to really look into, and we'll talk more about that in a second here. All right. So before I deep dive though, maybe you could take a moment here in the chat group, just so I can understand, who I'm speaking to, where you're coming from, what are your concerns, what are some of your challenges. Maybe you could just take a moment to tell me why you're here today. if you could just tell me why you're here today. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, in the question and answer time, I'm going to review those points, and we'll be able to hopefully in this presentation address some of those concerns, some of the areas we might have to take offline and have set up a time where we can talk about that. But definitely I want you to take an inventory about why you're here, why you're investing this hour with me today. All right, so now I want to do this quick exercise with you. You're going to the Caribbean and you're booking a cruise. All going to the same islands, and you have a choice of several different cruise lines to choose from, roughly about the same amount of money. Which cruise line would you choose? Of the 3 options provided, which cruise line would you take? Right? I want you to let me know what you think that would be. All right? All right, you can maybe put 1, 2, or 3 in the chat box. All right? So the right answer for this obviously is number 1 with the 5 stars. If it's the same price, going to the same islands, you're going to choose the 5-star cruise line. This goes back to my previous slide where it says perception is reality. If it's a 5-star, reviews from other consumers who have taken that cruise before, you want to make sure you're on that. And so if that's the case for yourself, then why would you expect your customers to choose differently?